Christy. I thought I would come on and give y'all a From the Sea update about me. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but that worked. I am in the middle of, let me double check. I am in the middle of week 18. Tomorrow will be week 19. I have been cruising now. This will be day 17 of cruising. I actually get home on Tuesday, so I have 2 days and I'll be home. It'll be the first time I've been home in since December 15th. So I'm very excited about that. I'm wondering if this video may be a little long, so I might do two. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. But just want to give y'all some idea of what's been going on with me, the difficulties I found about cruising, even though I am really strict about my diet. So let's start with some numbers and things that would interest those who are just looking kind of at the numbers. So this week I would be week 18. And since getting on the cruise, I got on the cruise February 16th and took off. And since then to now, I have lost a total of 2.8 pounds. No, 4.8 pounds. Ugh, silly me. 4.8 pounds from the last time I weighed. I have a feeling I've lost a little bit more. It's pretty normal of me to lose anywhere from 2 to 3 pounds a week, so I'm continuing to lose while on the cruise. Disney is amazing when it comes to this, and right now I'm on the Disney cruise. I think you can see right above my head, there's a Minnie. I'll show you the neat artwork they have right here above my head. Anyways, I just tell them I have my dietary needs and they work with me. And so every night I'm somebody who can do repetition in food. So every night I've done a grilled chicken breast, and then they surprise me with a sugar-free low oil, no garlic, because garlic affects my my indigestion really bad. They make a sauce, and so then I have something that's very moist, and then I get a baked potato and I get steamed veggies. And so I don't really like, I don't do carrots, and I don't really care for cauliflower, so I eat my broccoli out of that after I have my protein. And then they put sour cream and I put a little bit of low-fat margarine on my potato, and I typically take maybe 2 bites of it. There's no eating a full potato or half a potato or any of that. And I'm usually eating about half my chicken breast. And I did bring, which is great. They also, if I were to ask, they would make me a sugar-free dessert. I felt it was best to stay away from that. They do have some no sugar added, which still has those natural sugars in it. So there's been a few nights that I've asked for some strawberries or some raspberries, and then got some whipped cream on the side to dip it in. I've had a few incidences of dumping due to me maybe taking a bite of whipped cream or something. So that's pretty much how it's been on the cruise. At lunch, it's very difficult to eat because it's more of a buffet type style. So I've been living off of mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, and tomatoes for lunch every day with some balsamic. And then for breakfast, I have either scrambled eggs, a couple pieces of bacon. I'm usually only getting 1 piece, but I put 2 pieces on my plate. I'm still not on bread. I won't be on bread until 6 months, after 6 months. So that's over in April. So pretty much it's been pretty simple. I also have been drinking my water with my Crystal Light. I brought Crystal Light with me. A lot of people have sent me some to Germany, and so I already had my backup for this cruise. So it's been great. I've been keeping up with my water, been taking my vitamins. There's been some days that I haven't taken them because I hadn't thought about it. And sorry that it's moving. We're kind of in rough seas right now, and so it's hard for me to hold this still. So I'm sorry that it's wobbling. Let's see what else. Let's see, we're at 4 minutes. And I'm going to try to do a couple of these possibly. Okay, so, all right, let me tell you about the trip. So we got on the ship on the 16th in Bremerhaven, Germany, and we sailed for 4 days, and we got to Ponta Delgado. It is on a small island of the Azores, which is Azores. I sadly can say that I'd never heard of it before, but it was breathtaking. And I can say, thankfully for this surgery, here's my non-scale victory. I walked 10 miles with my children and my husband and a few family members and friends. We walked the island, and we went and saw the most breathtaking scenes, some things that you dream about seeing. And I have lots of pictures, and I'll be putting those on my Facebook shortly when I get home. It's kind of hard to do. And my son, we kept pace together. It was great. I kept telling myself, if you hadn't have done this, you would be exhausted and you wouldn't want to be walking. But we got something like 23,000 steps in that day. So I was very proud of us. So after we left there, we got on our ship that night, and we sailed for 7 days across the Atlantic, and we arrived in New York City. And that's when the adventure started, even more so for me. We got there. My husband had to work and do a lot of his stuff. The main reason we get to do this is because of his work. But when we got to New York City, I got to meet one of my online buddies that I met through doing my YouTube vlogs. So they are beneficial, guys. If you're thinking about it, do it, even for yourself. They make you feel better. And then know her through a group, Thinner Times, and then I'm friends with her somewhere else. But anyways, I had never gotten to meet her. We've talked over IM for months, and her name's Trisha, and I got to meet her and her 2 children. And I don't know if the word's ironically. How about ideally? I don't know. Maybe I don't know the definition of that word very well, but it was great because we got to meet her. Symbolic. Let's go there. We met for the first time the second day I was in town, and we met at the World Trade Center Memorial, Freedom Towers, and I got to meet her and her children, and we met on Leap Day, and it was amazing. It was so great, and we spent the next 2 days together walking all over New York City. We took our kids and we just went, and we had my mom with me, and sometimes we had my sister-in-law or my mother-in-law or another dear friend of mine. Her name's Aubrey, and we just walked. We walked the entire city, and I kept checking my Fitbit, and my Fitbit would keep saying, at the end of the night, 10 miles, 11 miles, and that you've beat something if you can do that. Okay, it's about to be at 8 minutes, and it won't let me upload it. So I'm going to go off, and then I'll come back on, okay? So next is part 2.